Hi, it's Terry. I'm going to walk you through the certification process with DONA International for postpartum doulas. This pertains to the packet that was released in April 2025. It is the current packet that we're using. The first thing that you need to do is start a folder of all of your application processing materials so that you make sure that you have everything when you go to turn it in. Item number 1 will be your certificate of completion. Remember, you have 3 years from the last day of your workshop to complete that and turn it in for review by the certification review team. Hopefully you registered your workshop during the workshop, but if you haven't done that, make sure you do it before you attempt to purchase the certification application processing fee. It won't show up in your boutique until you have done that step. Utilize the checklist to keep yourself organized. There are longer descriptions of each of the requirements in the packet, as well as an FAQ at the back. Don't forget to use that workshop coupon for $30 off your first year of membership. You need to be a member to apply for certification. Your receipt for that will be item number 2 in your packet. We've already finished some of the other coursework that was included in your workshop, so you don't have to do any of the lactation support education documentation that is in your packet. I don't have to sign the form. It's already been included in your certificate of completion notation. You will need to complete the Racial Equity and Inequities webinar. To find that, log in at elevate.dona.org and then click on Certification Requirements. Register for the webinar, complete it, and then download your certificate of completion from the dashboard transcripts. Include that as packet item number 3. Some of the required reading you already did during the workshop, the standards of practice and the code of ethics. Please take some time to read the birth doula's role in perinatal care and the postpartum doula's role in perinatal care. You can find those in your manual. You will then sign your affidavit page of the application, and your signature attests that you have read these. You'll also have some additional reading to do, and you'll choose one book each from groups A through F. Remember that for group F, you can choose a book that's not on the list. Make sure to write 3 to 5 sentences of your key takeaways. It's not a book report, so just document what you found interesting in the book, what stood out for you, what you might use in your practice. Type those up and include those takeaways as item number 4. You're going to complete the self-assessment questionnaire, answer on a separate sheet, and some of the questions you'll need to go back to your manual to find the answers. Include those as item number 5. Don't forget to use your resource list as a networking opportunity. You'll need to have a resource in each of the 10 categories listed here and an overall 25 minimum resources on that list. You can use a spreadsheet or a bullet point list, but make sure that your reviewer can easily see that you have answered all 10 categories. Here's an example of what that might look like. Remember that you don't have to use these subcategories, but you do need to use the main categories. All right, now let's look at your qualifying experiences. There are some requirements that must be met. 1, that support happens after your workshop has concluded. And each of your clients must receive a minimum of 3 visits and a minimum of 12 hours of support each. Your support hours should be daytime, so at least 8 of your support hours for each client must happen between the hours of 8 a.m. and 10 p.m. The baby must be younger than 12 weeks of age, and at least 2 of your qualifying experiences must be with clients who are attempting to lactate or lactating during your support time. If you have clients who are solo by choice or circumstance, you may have 2 of those of your 3. Now, how to document those. First, each of your clients must fill out a confidentiality release. You'll need to use the form in your packet that specifies that you're releasing your support information to DONA. You'll need an evaluation of support from each of your clients. And you will also need an evaluation of support from a friend or family member, healthcare staff, or other staff person who observed your support. You'll also then fill out your support summary records. And here are each of those documents: confidentiality release, the evaluation of support by the postpartum client, and the evaluation of support from a supporting adult. Now you have your support record sheets. Those include information on client history, newborn summary, your support details, and self-reflection. The first page is that profile and history, a little bit about their labor, a little bit about the newborn, and then your contact log, details about your support, what were your client's initial concerns, and regarding their first priority, how did you provide those near principles? How did you nurture, educate, assess, and refer around the first priority and the second priority? What support did you offer other family members? What did you consider top priorities for your client? Those might differ from their priorities. And what else came up while you were supporting that client? Describe the key events of their recovery, including their emotional and physical journey. Make sure that you are telling the story of how you provided support. What were your critical thinking skills? Don't be afraid to attach extra sheets if you need more space to be able to fully tell this story for your reviewer. We want to know how you fostered your client's maximum self-determination and processed their birth story, as well as how you helped them to get connected with support in their community, how you supported their lactation experience, other supporting adults in the household, and what did you learn from this experience? What did you identify as room for growth? How did you differentiate between a postpartum doula, a newborn care specialist, a night nanny, or a housekeeper? What are your goals? Did you identify your biases and set boundaries? And would you like to debrief that experience? We're at the final stage now. You're going to pay your certification application processing fee. You'll find that by logging in at DONA.org, going to that portal page, and under My Actions, finding certification applications, extensions, and renewals. On the page that opens up, click Browse under Postpartum Doula Certification. If there is no application processing fee in that list, we can troubleshoot that. It could be that you did not register your workshop. It could be that your membership has lapsed or expired, or it could be that your workshop expired. So make sure to get this done within those 3 years before your workshop expires. You'll get a receipt for your processing fee. You'll include that in your packet as item number 10. And then you will fill out your application. Make sure to sign and date it. Make sure if you want to be included on DONA's directory that you tick that box. And also let DONA know which name you would like to have on your badge. They're going to send you one, as well as what name you would like on your certificate. You're going to include that application as the final item in your packet, and then you're going to turn that into a singular PDF document. You'll receive a link by email where to upload your application after you've paid that fee. Wait 30 to 45 minutes and definitely check your spam if you don't find it there. Once you've uploaded that, you're going to celebrate. And the home office is going to send you notification that they received your packet. If you don't get that notification, check in with them if it's been a couple of weeks. They'll also assign you a reviewer, and your reviewer is very likely a volunteer who isn't using a DONA.org email address. So make sure to check your email for any and all notes that have certification in the title. That is one thing that holds people back, is they're not checking their email and responding to their reviewer. Now go out there, get certified. Don't forget to come to monthly office hours, and I'll see you later.